We got some big breaking news coming out of India, Pakistan. Um, just to give you a quick background and synopsis of India, Pakistan, and their issues. It goes back to 1947 when the British, in all of their highfalutin wisdom, they split it down the middle and they said, Muslims, you live over here, and Indians, you live over here, and never between they shall meet. And there was one area that was really contested, and it is the Kashmir, Jammu area. And if you look at a map, you'll see. First of all, you'll see, Pakistan and India are very close. They're like side by side, and above them is this contested area. One is contested. One piece of it is contested, run by India, and one piece is contested, run by Pakistan. And back in 2019, there was an issue between those two countries, and India, who is run by let's not sugarcoat it, he is a right-wing nationalist. His name is Modi. Modi cut off the electricity in that area and arrested like 5,000 people. It was very authoritarian-esque, and it ramped up tensions between them. But eventually they did cool down. But now it has become a little bit worse, and I'll tell you why. Okay, so Narendra Modi is still running India. And there was a prime minister for Pakistan, and his name was Imran Khan. But he was overthrown by the Pakistani military, and now it's kind of a military dictatorship. So you have one, authoritarian nationalist in India and one military dictatorship. There's not a lot of, this is not a situation where cooler heads will prevail. And these guys tend to go at each other pretty damn hard. And let's not forget, both of them are nuclear-powered nations. I saw an interview a long time ago where they were talking to Barack Obama, and they asked him, what is something that keeps you up at night, in international, issues? And he said Pakistan and India, because they're both kind of crazy, and they both have nuclear weapons. And just so you can have a frame of reference, if 100 nuclear weapons, that's the number that I've heard, but if 100 nuclear weapons go off in any area, it does not matter where on the planet, the whole planet goes into nuclear winter. Now, we have something like 6,000. I believe that Russia has something like 6,000. France has 300. I think that between India and Pakistan, they probably have like 400 between the two of them. But if just 100 go off, that is it. We're donezo. We're cooked. That's it. No more, not just no more America, no more world. Nuclear winter, plants die, animals die, humans die. It's over. So I can see why that would be one thing that would keep up a president. Well, now we've got a president who does not know anything. The other day, he's like, this war's been going on for thousands of years. I'm like, dude, it started in 1947 when they split the countries. Pakistan is primarily Muslim, and India is primarily Hindu. And those two guys just don't get along. And this area that they've been fighting over for a long time has a lot of water, because if you look at it on the map, it is positioned under the Himalayas. So a lot of water, as summer comes along, water melts off of the top of the Himalayas, it turns into rivers, and that becomes a huge water source. And it's not just for drinking water, but it's also for irrigations for farming. It's also for hydroelectric power plants and things like that. Necessities that keep people alive. And India has been trying to get those water rights since like 1960. So this has been, a want of not just Modi, but just India in general for a long, long time. So that part is not, there's nothing new, but the tensions have just been raised, and currently what has happened within the last couple of weeks was this is the report that a militant Muslim group attacked a civilian site in the India-occupied area of Kashmir, Jammu. It wasn't in India proper, but Modi has accused that these militants were Pakistani, and it was under the control, it was directed by the Pakistani military. He has absolutely no proof of this, none whatsoever. He has not released any proof. In the world that we live in, I don't think anybody has to have proof anymore. We could just have accusations and moving on. But India says that they did this. So they use that as an excuse to start bombing Pakistan. And they didn't just bomb the Pakistan area of Kashmir. They bombed inside Pakistan proper, which is a much more offensive act. And they killed civilians as well. So it's a tit for tat kind of thing. There are reports that Pakistan has shot down either two, I've heard reports of 2, and I've also heard reports of 5 Indian fighter jets. That is, well, first of all, it's an escalation. But secondly, it's, that is a huge deal because they don't, not like America. We've got fighter jets just shooting out the wazoo. We just lost a second fighter jet, and they're worth like $60 million a piece, that just fell off an aircraft carrier. We've lost 2 of those that way. They're just falling off aircraft carriers. Great job. Oh yeah, Pete Hegseth, he's running the shit out of the military. Anyway, I digress. Back to this. So they shot down 2 or 5 Indian fighter jets, and India is, they're getting a little bit hot now. And now what they're trying to do is, instead of using legal means to take those water sources away from Pakistan, and now they are just using that militant attack as an excuse to just go ahead and outright take it. Now, this is something else, a little fact that you need to know. Pakistan has a military deal with China. And as you know, with the trade war, we are not on good speaking terms with China either. So our trade war has played into this thing as well. And China is providing drone support for the Pakistani military. And whereas once India had the advantage with more military assets, now Pakistan is being armed by China, and this has become a much more hot proxy war. I don't know where this is going to, how far this is going to go, but when you have, like if you had Barack Obama making phone calls, do you think Donald Trump is up at 4 o'clock in the morning making phone calls to Modi or the general, I believe his name is General Rantoinette, who runs the Pakistani military, which runs the government? Do you think he's making any of these phone calls? Somebody asked him about it the other day, and he's like, well, I hope it ends soon. This is what we're counting on. This guy who says the war's been going on for 1,000 years. He has no fucking idea. He hears the word Muslim, immediately thinks Middle East, and he's like, that's the one I'm talking about. I have no idea what he's confusing. Maybe he thinks it's the same thing as Israel and Palestine. But, the Israeli Palestine thing, that kind of plays into it a little bit too, because when we don't have any laws anymore and Israel is basically doing whatever the hell they want and we're doing whatever the hell we want, and somebody like Modi's like, well, nobody's going to stop me from doing whatever the hell I want. Trump's not stopping me. He's my boy. You know, he's arming me. China's arming Pakistan. We're arming India, or they're buying arms from us. Nobody's here to stop this from escalating any further. We're relying on a couple of crazy people and their heads to cool down. You know, you know, how many angels can you stack on the you know, the tip of a pin? You know, I mean, that's the kind of questions that we're asking here. None of it is looking very good, and I would not be hoping for Donald Trump to, you know, come in and smooth things over, because that's really not his jam. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw, please like and subscribe. Keep rocking.